Imagine staring into a mirror and asking yourself, would I rip out my own eye to know the future? In Norse myth, Odin did exactly that, and the price he paid changed everything. Imagine a cosmos bound together by a single colossal ash tree. Its branches pierce the heavens and its roots sink into the darkest depths. This is Yggdrasil, the world tree of Norse myth. Around its trunk lie the 9 worlds, realms of gods, giants, men and spirits. In this universe, the gods are mighty, but they are not all-knowing. Even the Allfather, Odin, knows that strength alone will not save the world when Ragnarök, the twilight of the gods, arrives. What he craves most is wisdom, the insight to understand the secrets of fate, and to prepare Asgard for the coming doom. Odin is not merely a god of thunder or war. He is a wanderer, a seeker. Disguised as a traveler, he roams the worlds, listens to seers and accumulates every scrap of hidden knowledge. His relentless hunger for understanding sets him apart from other deities and leads him toward a legendary sacrifice. Deep beneath Yggdrasil's roots lie 3 wells that feed the tree and shape the fate of the universe. One route reaches down to Niflheim, where the dragon Nidhogg gnaws at it. Beneath this route flows Hvergelmir, the source of icy rivers. Another route stretches into the realm of the frost giants. Here, nestled among ancient rocks, is Mimir's well, a spring that contains wisdom and intelligence. The third route extends toward the heavens, and beneath it lies the holy well of Urd, where the Norns weave the destinies of gods and men. Of these waters, Mimir's well is the most mysterious. It is said to hold the memory of the cosmos itself. Those who drink from it gain knowledge of the past, present and future. The well's guardian is Mimir, an enigmatic being whose wisdom rivals that of the gods. His well is protected not by walls or weapons, but by the price he demands from any who seek to drink. Mimir's name means the Rememberer, and he embodies ancestral memory and counsel. Whether he is Aesir or giant, his wisdom is unparalleled. During the Aesir-Vanir War, the 2 tribes of gods traded hostages to ensure peace. The Aesir sent Mimir as a guarantor. When the Vanir found themselves dissatisfied with the exchange, they beheaded him. Odin, valuing Mimir's counsel above even life itself, preserved the severed head with herbs and magic and carried it with him. Mimir's head continued to speak, offering advice in times of need. This grim image of the Allfather seeking counsel from a mummified head underlines how much the Norse valued wisdom. Yet before his decapitation, Mimir guarded his well jealously. To approach it required courage. To drink its waters required sacrifice. Odin knew of this well and the knowledge it contained, and his hunger for insight drove him to seek out Mimir. When Odin resolved to drink from Mimir's well, he did not set out as a king surrounded by attendants. He took the guise of Vegtam the Wanderer, wearing a dark cloak and carrying a traveler's staff. He journeyed through Midgard, then across the frozen wastes toward the land of the giants. Along the way, he encountered the giant Vafthrudner, famed for his riddles. They exchanged questions in a contest of wit, each staking his head on the outcome. Odin asked the giant what price Mimir would demand for a draught from his well. Vafthrudner replied that the price was the Allfather's eye. For a moment, Odin faltered. The idea of losing an eye forever would daunt anyone. Yet the stakes were too high to turn back. To understand the runes, to read the threads of fate, he would pay even this cost. Stilling himself, he continued toward Yggdrasil's northern root, where Mimir sat beside his well. Beneath the gnarled root of Yggdrasil, Odin found Mimir, with his gaze fixed on the well's dark waters. The guardian greeted him by name, already knowing the purpose of his visit. Odin asked for a drink. Mimir responded that the well's knowledge was precious, and demanded a sacrifice that no visitor had yet been willing to give. Without hesitation, the Allfather agreed. Mimir filled a great horn with water from the well and passed it to Odin. The liquid burned his tongue as he drank, flooding his mind with visions. He saw the future of gods and men, the endless cycle of birth and destruction, the coming battles and sorrows. He saw the inevitability of Ragnarök and the courage it would demand. When the horn was empty, Odin placed his hand to his face, gripped his right eye and tore it out. The pain was unimaginable, yet he uttered no cry. He wrapped his cloak around his face, while Mimir took the bleeding eye and dropped it into the well. It sank through the depths and shone from below, a silent pledge that the price had been paid. From that day forward, Odin bore only one eye in his face, but he carried within him a new kind of sight. The story of Odin at Mimir's well is more than a tale of self-mutilation. It is a meditation on the praise of knowledge. By sacrificing his physical eye, Odin traded worldly vision for inner vision. The eye has long been a symbol of perception. In myths and poetry, it represents how we comprehend the world. Odin's sacrifice suggests that to perceive hidden truths, one must surrender an ordinary way of seeing. After drinking from Mimir's well, he could read the runes and understand prophecies. He gained foresight and the ability to prepare his people for the calamities that lay ahead. His missing eye became a visible reminder of the cost of wisdom, and Mimir's daily draught from the Pledge of Odin served as a continual testament to the sacrifice. The myth teaches that true insight demands something precious in return: comfort, pride, or, in Odin's case, a part of himself. In Norse culture, it was better to face an unpleasant truth than to remain blind to fate, and no sacrifice was too great for the knowledge needed to meet one's destiny. Odin's offering at Mimir's well was not an isolated act. The Allfather's entire life was a series of sacrifices in pursuit of knowledge. At another time, he impaled himself on his spear Gungnir and hung from Yggdrasil for 9 nights without food or drink. During this ordeal, he glimpsed the runes, unlocking the secrets of magic and giving the gods and humans tools to shape fate. He was a shapeshifter who sent his spirit out of his body to roam as a bird or beast, learning of distant places. He sought out the dead, traveling to hell to consult Volvas, prophetesses, about the future. He tricked the giant Suttungr to obtain the mead of poetry, bringing eloquence and inspiration to gods and men. Even after the war with the Vanir left Mimir beheaded, Odin preserved the head and continued to take its counsel. Such stories show that Odin was relentless in his quest, enduring physical pain, humiliation, and danger to acquire knowledge. His willingness to sacrifice emphasizes that wisdom is not a casual gift, but a hard-won treasure. Odin gave an eye to see the truth, and in doing so, taught us all what it means to truly see.